Welcome to the channel. This is Alex. It's Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day, and the good year of 2026. I'm out here at Lake Fork. This is Fly Fishing Lake Fork. That's our new webpage, flyfishinglake.fork.com. If you haven't visited, give it a visit. Check us out. Um, if you're watching or when you're watching this, I can see I don't have anybody up yet, but hopefully some folks will jump in. Um, Please subscribe. I'm trying to build this channel, and we're very slowly getting new subs, and we really, really do appreciate it. I'm trying to kind of uh, restart my video world that I used to be in, my digital world, and I'm doing it around our fishing, my fishing, fly fishing in Northeast Texas, which is really, really fun to do. This week I've had a couple of challenges. I've had a breakdown of my trolling motor. Now I've got a Minn Kota trolling motor, and as anybody that's got one knows that the trolling motor shaft has a lifetime warranty. It's some sort of carbon fiber, and you can't, it's really hard to break it. And I've had that thing on there about 5 years now, and I finally found a way to break it. Hit a stump really hard in the wind, and it'll work every time. So it did. And the repair guy had his shafts on his trolling motor for trolling motors back ordered, and he had ordered them 7 weeks ago. So I was very sad to hear that, because I didn't know what that meant in terms of when I would actually get one. It ends up that they're going to be back tomorrow, or be in today, so I can get this thing fixed tomorrow. But it's been about a week without my boat, so I'm getting a little jittery, as you can imagine. If you're a boat owner at this time of year and you like to fish, this is the time to go. And the weather's been really phenomenal. We haven't had a lot of the rain that we thought we were going to get. We thought we were going to get just tons and tons of rain. They were telling us we were going to get inches and inches of rain. We didn't get any. And so I don't think that the weather prognosticators are having a very easy time predicting the weather, at least for this area. But that's not unusual. East Texas is its own world, that's for sure. As far as the bite goes, it's mostly an early and a late bite. And that would be a first light bite, and of course an evening bite. And when I say evening, which is more of what I do, um, I'm talking about the last hour of light. You know, if you've got clouds, you'll get long. You'll start up earlier. I'm talking about for a good aggressive topwater bite. About the last hour or so of light is the best time. There's old woodpeckers out there make so much noise. I love it. um, they About the last hour of light, I always tell people, when the sun hits the top of the trees, that seems to some reason it kicks them off. Up until then, if you want to go out like a couple hours earlier, try and find shady spots. Shady spots is what always focus on. And shady spots can be where there's trees providing shade on the water, or it could be underneath lily pads or boathouses. On a big lake like this, boathouses are always a good bet for something. And I'll catch crappie, catfish, bass, and brim under boathouses. I'll throw a small bead head that basically looks like a little darting fish under there, and you just don't know what's going to grab it. And in the summertime, when it gets really hot outside, I'm going to probably be catching a lot of catfish. So I'll start doing that here pretty soon. Of course, it's a little easier when the water's a little lower and our water's coming up. We're a little less than 2 feet low right now. We're 1.99 or something. We're close. We're close to 2 feet, but it has come up about a foot in the last few weeks, and that's all fantastic. And it looks like we're going to continue to have these kind of little short rainy days. We need a little longer sustained rain, and we need it, or we need it in certain parts of the lake, the north end of the lake, where the water actually comes in and helps raise up the lake. Of course, I like it full. I'm spoiled. I like a full lake. It means I don't have to fight the stumps as bad, and it gives me a lot more lake to fish. So I really enjoy that. What I wanted to talk to you about today is, with all that aside, so early bite, late bite, and I'm talking about for bass. I haven't been doing great on brim, but I haven't been able to get out and find beds. If we can find some beds, we'll find brim. And the crappie are deep, and I have seen a couple of catfish caught shallow. They should be up there right now, starting to spawn. So um, everything's kind of catchable. You've just got to locate it. What I wanted to talk to you about today was the fact that I have been without my boat, but I can't stand not fishing. So I've been walking down to the bank of the lake, and it occurred to me that I was fishing just kind of like how many of us grew up fishing small ponds and stuff. And you can kind of take, like, where I'm at, it's just a little finger of the lake, little creek channel that comes through, and you turn that into actually your little pond. You turn that into you think of it in your mind as that little pond you used to fish. And you don't have to get out there and throw big giant baits and try and catch a 10-pound bass. You can if you want. But if you'll get out there and fish it like you used to fish the little pond, fish smaller baits, look for, like, we have a weed line going around our bank right now, and I've tried fishing over it, but I'm not getting any luck. But if I fish out in front of it, I'll get some fish, and that'll mostly be for brim or small bass. Also, remember that these little fingers and these little creek channels, they have a little channel in the bottom, so they'll have some deep spots or some holes. They may even have a few stumps out there for you to fish around, and so look for that. Also, of course, boat houses that's a great place to look this time of year. To get out there around the boat houses, and if you can get up under them, that's great. But just fish around the edges. Look for boat houses that people fish. So if they have like rod holders and they have the little bait spreaders, like they put them on their docks now. Same thing you use on a deer lease. If they have those out there and some chairs, you can tell they use it a lot. They're out there at night fishing. That's a good dock to fish. That means that those fish are conditioned to the noise and the movement, and they're going to hang around because they're getting fed. Because half the time we don't catch them, we just feed them, and so they'll hang around those docks. So concentrate on those docks. Fishing piers, of course, are dynamite this really all year, for the same reason that they're either going to be under them or they're going to be hanging beside them. Sometimes I see big fish, big bass, 6 inches deep under the water. I can see them just hanging on the edge of a pier. So also um, look for holes. One of the things that I've got all these bugs out here. Sorry. Um, Around these boat houses in particular, a lot of times people will have them um, dredged out when they build them, or maybe they'll come in a couple years later and dredge them out after they've silted up, because the lake's always silting up. That's an excellent place to look for fish. Or if you're fishing where there's a little channel coming in and it's got some deep holes in it, of course that's an excellent place to fish. Now, don't worry about whether they're spawning or not, or whether it's spring, the time of year, anything like that. A lot of these bass stay in the area that they grew up in. They just don't move that far. So they're still going to be down there. You just have to figure out how to get them out of there. And of course, the crappie are always going to come up around those boat houses. And if there's brush piles, and the catfish are, of course, drawn in to the feeders. And so if you're fly fishing, you really have an opportunity to catch a variety of fish all day long. And also, I like to get out at night and fish the docks that are lit up and the ones that have the green lights. That is a gas. That's a gas. So that's my report this week, and I really appreciate you watching, and I hope that you have a great week and you can get out and enjoy some of this fantastic weather that we've got for fishing or whatever you want to do out at the lake. Get out on the water, put all that negative stuff from the big city behind you. Get on out here and enjoy yourself. Take some time off. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. This is Alex. Leave me a message, subscribe, and we do appreciate everybody that has been joining us. Thank you so much.